Greetings, my friends. It is I, Kolar the Unkilled, back this time for Zdarra's adventure. Let me go through the load order. The last video I went through it really fast, so I do apologize, but shall I do the load order at the beginning of every video, or do we need to see it each time? Because the plan is that it really isn't going to change. There are a couple of mods, a few maybe, that I have currently disabled that will at some point be enabled, but the actual mods themselves shouldn't change. It tells me I'm running 150. I have not actually counted them. Regardless, even if it's not 150, I have no more room. I have no more slots. There may be some ghost slots being taken up by something, some patch or another that I had failed to delete before deleting its main file. That is a common cause of ghost space when you've got patches. Don't delete the main file first. Always delete your patches first. Because once you take off that main file, those patches that pertain to it, well, they just disappear. And you might be able to find them if you go on to the Bethesda website. But I'm not convinced that I myself don't have one or two of those hanging around. But I have not had to actually nuke my load order in a long time. You know, when you go in and you erase all your mods in one fell swoop, it takes so damn long to download all these mods, to find them in the large ones themselves. They take time. So I avoid nuking my load order if at all possible. I have not been plagued with ghost space in quite some time due to it's a very tedious process which I use anytime I delete a mod. And it seems to be working. I don't want to say it's foolproof, but for me it pretty much has been. So I did just clear Windhelm Towers with these guys. What we're going to do, we are going to make our way to the College of Winterhold, but I wanted to stop by Fleetford on the way so that we can take a look at that. At this point, I'm not going to worry about buying the loft and the cellar and all those things. I'll probably do those things off camera. I just don't think that's something that, I mean, you know, if you request to see that, I can do it, but those are the types of things, the minutia, if you will, of playing Skyrim that doesn't necessarily need to be featured in a video. But here we have Fleetford, my favorite settlement mod. There's Kasha. Hello, Kasha. You don't know me, but I know you from many past experiences. And then there's, I don't know, is that Gloombound? There's something over there that's a Falmer cave, which I tend to avoid. Fleetford discovered, and up there is the loft with one of the most awesome weapon display areas that I know of. And then down in the cellar contains one of the most awesome display tables. It's a custom display table. And here you have a weapon shop. We've got a hunter or two that live here as well. They're always hunting something when I come through. And up here is the magic. That's where the hermit lives. There's a very powerful Nord wizard that lives in that space. And I know he's very powerful because I have used AFT to recruit him before. He's got some stats. Here's Roxa, featuring the scimitar. And I will tell you what, I went for a long time without using Lean Wolf's weapon replacer. I looked at most of the models and thought, it's fine, but it's nothing I want to take up a mod slot for and all the space. But then I saw the scimitar. Scimitar's looking like this is enough on its own to get that mod, Lean Wolf's. And then in there is where you buy, that's where you make the purchases here at Fleetford. And in there is the workshop where you would go to do all the changes. So if you'd like, I can do a video that focuses solely on this, a short video. You know, I already did a mod highlight on Fleetford, but I didn't go through and show that process of making those purchases. I understand some people have problems with it. I've never had any problems there, but some people do, according to what I read. And so we are going to cut through here, Cradle Crush Rock, where there is a giant from which we will be keeping our distance. Do you know why this area is called Cradle Crush Rock? I think it's because of this. Ah, there we go. There's the other half of it. Ah, an enchanted helmet. Well, I'll take that as well. And giant, I shall return at some point to loot your chest. So we're going to cut across East March. But first, there's a little something added by TPOS2 right over here that you might be interested in seeing. It is quite interesting indeed. We've got these old Nordic ruins. This was not there in vanilla Skyrim. We have a Shrine of Talos, irresistible to Talos worshippers, which is why the Thalmor use this area as a trap, as you can see. I mean, they even killed the cook. Some chef wandered up from somewhere into this spot to worship Talos, and they got him. Now, I will investigate this in a little bit more detail when I play as Kolar, because that is the storyline that he's doing. Zdarra is not particularly interested in that. So she just wants to get to the Mage's College. If I can get my sense of direction down and go the right way here. I do confess to feeling a bit under the weather. I don't think I sound very congested, but I am slightly. And of course, in today's climate, being under the weather is potentially more meaningful than it has been in the past. Oh! Oh my goodness. It's a huge Spriggan. Burn! Burn! Ah! Oh, that hurts my throat. That was a rather large Spriggan, larger than average. And if I had my Dead Thrall spell, I would resurrect her and bring her along with us. So that is something to look forward to. I don't know who has noticed in my load order, but I have the mod Better Dead Thrall. And it's nice because once you're high enough level to use the spell and can afford to buy it, you can pretty much make anybody and anything a Dead Thrall. And they do not turn into an ash pile, they are permanent. And we're going to be using that Let's take a look at the named NPCs here. We've got Aller, yeah. Okay. Kurg Gromukb and Himsker Snowface. You know, I've encountered all these guys before, but I don't recall them traveling together. So is it coincidence that they're all here together, or is that normal? I don't think that's normal. Look alive, companions. We have a very dangerous opponent here. Get him! Get the bear! He's just standing there with his butt facing us. Now he has taken flight. Well, I know that there's another bear down here as well. Have I forgot to learn the spells from those books I picked up in Whiterun. Water striding, that's what I was looking for. I love water striding. Very well. Another treasure map. Ah, yes, I can find that one. I know where that one's at. Any books worthwhile? Oh, let's take this. Ah! Uh-oh. Powerful the bears, even the bears with Savage Skyrim, they have so many hit points. I know I'm just using flames, but I do have the perk, which makes them a bit more powerful. But, my bear friend, do you have water striding? And no, you do not. I hit you while you're underwater with fire. Probably not. Oh, the water striding wore off. Okay. So I need a favorite water striding and add that to my control list. And where shall I put it? Let's see. I'll make it number 7. Oh. I don't have enough magic to use it right now. Well, that's okay. Am I already that far north? Oh. I most certainly am, because over here we have Kynesgrove. And Kynesgrove is altered by TPOS2. Made to be a bit more substantial. So let us take a quick look. This is Kynes Grove.
I'm getting out of here. This should be good.
Not too extensive, just some additional bridge work there in between some guard towers. A little bit of added defense. Let's take a quick look inside. Let's see how my lighting mod combination does in here.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean look.
Okay. Window shadows in full effect. Very nice. So far, so good.
Never should have come here. This is the end.
What in the world? Okay.
Someone, do something.
I'll kill you when you...
About what? That bear? There's a bear looming large. About 2 miles from here. Okay, let's go back out.
Mama's making me do kitchen work again.
And what did you say to them?
She can't tell me what to do.
Here you
Killed the younger... No, I was looking to see about the potentially different NPCs. Now, here's one here. You know, I have the children's... what is it? RS, the children's mod, and there's a bit of a conflict there. Nothing I'm going to be too concerned with at the moment. I don't go around requesting a bunch of patches from mod authors. I talk to a lot of mod authors on a regular basis, and I know that they all pretty much have their own things going on, so as many brilliant ideas...
I challenge you to a duel.
Hold that thought. A duel? No, you're not worthy.
I won't take no for an answer.
Very well. Okay. No, we don't want to cast water striding on you. Ooh. Oh, he's got that lightning bolt. Tell you what. I don't have that spell yet. He's going to destroy me! Seems like every time I'm about to die, I get to level up by being rescued here, so... Or get rescued by level up, rather. Okay. Okay. Stop using the guard as cover. Damn you. You see, my friends, Zdarra, as you can tell, is not at all powerful at this point. He is going to become very powerful. Goddess-like in power in due time. Right now, she is just trying to make it to the next day in this world. Don't you heal on me. No chance to heal for you. You are the one who bit off more than you can chew, my fellow. Seriously, I almost died. Let us proceed north, past Windhelm, and onwards to the College of Winterhold. And we can take a quick look at the TPOS2 additions to Windhelm. Now, Windhelm, on the previous version of the TPOS2 mod, Windhelm was a big problem area. since the mod has been updated, some of the content that was there has been removed. And although I liked the content that was there, I think it was, I believe Nesbit decided it was a bit too heavy for console. And indeed, I would agree. I had to get rid of my transparent and refracting ice mod. Right here, there was a big, like a big roof area that had some prisoners hanging from it. It was quite dramatic. And then down here, we've got some additional households where NPCs live. We're not going that way, however. There's one of them right now. Okay. The area is still a bit heavy, so I'm going to go slow. Give things a chance to load in and such. We've got the caravan here. That's not helping. Because there are some other households down there as well, in addition to these farms that were always here. So, we shall just go... we'll go slow through here. Like I have mentioned before, generally once an area gets loaded into your game, you don't have as much of a problem going through there subsequently. And who might you be? Hey, look at his sword. Garalam Moreni.
Hello there. Say, you wouldn't happen to know any blacksmiths that can forge ebony, would ya?
Why?
I have a manual for Dunmaree leaf swords. I'd like to commission a talented blacksmith to make me an ebony one.
Actually, I am interested in this manual.
Are you now? Well, it's a crafting manual for Dunmaree leaf swords. You won't find this on the market. Why are you interested, if I might ask?
Because I like swords.
It is. Don't get any ideas now. Found any blacksmiths?
What?
Ah, a shame. Good day to you.
Okay.
I've spoken all. I just think he doesn't want to take a commission from a Dunmer. More than enough, especially considering I offered to supply the materials.
I see.
He won't work for me, so I'll get someone else.
Very well. We'll come back to that at some point. I believe he'll be hanging around. I was able to get the plans for the sword off of him in a previous playthrough, but I think my speech skill probably isn't high enough. And maybe I don't have enough coin at this point. That's alright. With the Billy Roo mod that I have, there are so many additional weapons that we will eventually be able to get. It's ridiculous. But it's ridiculous in a good way. Okay, now here's something I want to show you. Look at that. No, it is not the fact that Zdarra's Chim is so great she can see the will of the gods. That is from the Ruins Clutter Improved mod. And if you watch the video I did on that, it was an early video, not my best. But I didn't address it in there because I didn't even know about it at first. The Dwemer switches all have those markers left over, and it's a wonder to me, that mod being as large as it is from a megabyte standpoint, that it hasn't been fixed or reported in such a way to remove the markers. And, you know, I can't do without the mod personally because it does so much to improve the interiors of dungeons, especially Nordic dungeons. I wouldn't be without it, even for the size. But that is annoying. It is immersion breaking. And I would love for it to go away. But alas, I am not a mod author, so I don't have that ability, and it is a known thing, so I'm just really surprised it hasn't been redone or fixed or anything of that nature. Really surprised. I wonder where my... Oh, there you guys are. Water striding. Oh, it's a powerful ice ray. Oof. Ah. Where is it? Okay. I do not intend to make this trip at night. Do not worry. I'm just going to rest. We'll rest until sunup. Sorry for those of you that requested that I have light during the last video. I didn't realize that it was quite as dark as it was, and so there probably was, I mean, maybe that was pitch dark. You couldn't see anything. I do apologize for that. I should already have candlelight with this character, and I do not. But that will be remedied very shortly. And so here, obviously, is another TPOS2 edition. We've got the statue. We've got this lighthouse here. There's, perhaps I'll go up into the lighthouse and see what we've got. Is it still a bit too dark, I'm sure? Enemies. Okay. Sometimes you have to be careful about how you go up these types of stairs. There we go. There's no enemies up here. Calm thyself. Ooh. We can spot a shipwreck. I know TPOS2 adds Sea of Ghost content. There is an additional shipwreck or two. Sea of Ghosts isn't an area that I tend to frequent anyway. I mean, you know, at least not extensively, so... But I do know that there are some additions there, which is good. The area needs additions, so as to appear more interesting. Is there anything else? I don't believe there's anything else within this particular structure. Once again, I apologize if it's too dark. I will remedy that. But we now... need to make our way towards the college, and we're going to come up from underneath because I want to show you the additions to the College of... Not the College of Winterhold itself, but to the settlement of Winterhold. There's an entirely new settlement down below. And if these Horkers want to pursue me, I do not care. I'm not concerned with them. We're not having such a bad day that I have to turn around and roast every Horker I see. I wonder... I can't believe I let Skegger talk me into this again. If he just wanted to get drunk and swap stories, we could have done that in front of a nice fire back in Windhelm, instead of on this god-forsaken mudflat. But the fish are biting, Advard. The catch will more than pay for the trip. Yeah, right, if we don't get iced in first. His boat's already taking on water. I guess we'll try again tomorrow. If we don't catch something then, I'm heading home, with or without him. Without your journal as well, because I'm taking it. I like to collect... I collect such things during my playthroughs. I don't know how many of you watching do that, but when I find journals and things like that that are unique, I just have to pick them up. And I always plan that at some point later on, I'll be reading them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's a wolf! No! No, not a wolf! No! No. No! Hey. I think we can handle this one. Good thing there's not more than one.
I'll show you.
Or is there? Savage Skyrim. Everything's so much more dangerous. Especially when you throw... What do we have up here? I just saw and heard the top pop off of this ancient sarcophagus. And thankfully, there was nothing to come out of it. Oh no. How many snow bears do we have here? 3? Oh good, they're fighting each other. Oh, there is the Draugr. And there's the 4th snow bear. My goodness, my friends, this is quite the dangerous area. We can see the College of Winterhold way beyond yonder. I need to get some better spells. Well, that's indeed where I'm headed. Don't get between my axe and my enemy. It's worth taking. It's probably worth taking too. The Midian Born makes the, you know, I never liked the ebony shield before, but this one, with this armor and weapon pack, actually is worth taking. In my opinion, anyway. Now, can we make it past all of these bears? And what do we have here? Yep. Anything of value? No. Wait a minute. Honed ancient Nord axe. Okay. No. Let us proceed. And let us quick save before the bears get me. I wonder how much more powerful Horkers are now with Savage Skyrim. Am I going to get knocked over every time a Horker lays onto me? You know, until we become more powerful, I'm going to leave all of those things alone. Here's somebody's little camp over here. We have a horse. And actually the horse is going to slow me down for now, so I will run across the bay here. Bleak Coast Cave. I will not be going in there right now. No, we're just heading to the college. Look at the ice. I'm surprised at how good the ice looks. I believe that's Skyland. I don't know what else it would be. For my money, there is simply no substitute for Skyland. Not at all. Now, in more recent times, there have been quite a few new texture packs that have been replaced. I know Stone Spiral has ported a lot of those over, and a lot of those I have not actually tried, so I can't speak for how good, what's it called? In other words, I'm a bit behind as far as testing all those out. I don't have room in my load order. That's what I like about Skyland, is it fits so much into a relatively small space for one slot. Well, two, because you have to get the roads patch. Uh-oh. I think there was supposed to be somebody living over here, but... Oh, there she is. We must rescue her. Because she's a fellow orc. Get back here. Oh, just wait until I get some better spells. Oh no. Shame. Okay, so as you can see, we are approaching Winterhold, and we'll look at some of the remnants of the old city, the old capital of Skyrim, as it was at one time. Is there a... Okay. Okay, so there's not much up this way, just some old, broken down pieces of houses, some ruins. Is there anything over here? I don't think so. But I just like the fact that there are... Oh no. Oh no. That's trouble, guys. Yes, that is trouble. It's a frost troll mother, and she will knock us over with every blow. Oh!
I'll show you what a real...
I love it. I don't, but I do. Oh! Hey! Hey, good job. Which one of you took her out? Was it you?
My blood's calm. I prefer it boiling.
Yes, I prefer my blood boiling as well. Who doesn't? Good job. We survived the encounter with the Frost Troll Mother. Man, they're dangerous. Okay, so here is the new settlement added by TPOS2 to the Winterhold area. And, you know, college residents. I have not taken the time to break into these places. I'm not sure what all is contained therein. Winterhold Lodge. But we have, once again, we have named NPCs. Every NPC has their own lore-friendly name, which is so much better than just those mods that add a bunch of people, but when you look at them, it says Traveler or Citizen. So much more thought that's gone into that because each name is lore-friendly. And there's an Argonian down there. What's his name? Rize, perhaps. I don't know. So, you know, all in all, there's not a whole lot that's actually happening here, but it's, as the mod author has pointed out many times, these are little touches that add significance, that add feeling, that add emotion to the game. Realism. It adds realism. Cloud Nose. Cloud Nose. What a name. And see, look, every one of these NPCs is wandering along, doing its own thing, following its own schedule. There's somebody out there sitting in a boat. Guella. In Noalis Horad. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Little touches of realism, which I greatly appreciate. That's why, personally, I couldn't go back to playing vanilla Skyrim after having the TPOS2 mods installed that just add so much in terms of little fine details. To play without this now makes the game seem empty. So I don't know how you all feel about that. Here's Bashir Gra Ogrmog. Orc female, Dawn Guard Patrol. And then here, fortunately here, we have a carriage driver, one that's actually functional. And he is going to take us on up to Winterhold.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
I want to go up above.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
There we go.
Have you ever met one of them? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
Okay, here we are. Oh, Durak!
I've been looking for you.
Oh no.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands are... Let's see here.
Okay, come on.
Letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance.
Inheritance.
Sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Durak!
Yeah?
You change your mind? The Dawn Guard could use somebody like you.
Good. Where do I sign up?
Ha! Isran's going to like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften.
Okay.
Guard material.
Now I don't have to worry about Durak glitching in and out again. Oh, thought that was Ranmir arguing with his wife. So, this is a heavy area because of how I have it set up with my mods. The College of Winterhold. I have Magical College of Winterhold downloaded, and I also have Immersive College NPCs. And when you're running all of those, with TPOS2, it can be a bit heavy. So I have had my game crash here before. Let's see if it does so now.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
What is this place?
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college before.
I had another mod as well for a while that I used here.
For mages in Skyrim.
I believe the mod was called Immersive College Entry. Ported by Moose, something rather.
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find?
And it made this part a little bit better, a little bit more immersive. Other things throughout the college it affected as well. It was a good mod. I desire to use the power of ice and fire.
I see.
To blah blah
That power
blah.
certainly exists, I assure you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
I think we'll both know. Alright, I'll take your test.
Excellent. The fear spell has saved the life of many an illusion mage. If you could cast it on the seal here on the ground, that would prove your skill.
If I can what? I didn't hear. I don't know that spell?
No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards.
Very well.
Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
One of the things that mod did, the immersive entry, one of the things it did was remove the ability of Feralda to sell you the needed spells. So you actually would have to turn right around and go find whatever spell she requested from the world. And I thought that was a bit much. Okay, but what spell did we even get? I know you can hear her just fine, but I've got my volume turned down quite a bit, and I could not hear what she was requesting.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. If you can pass the test, then excellent. Yes, you were going to demonstrate your ability, were you not?
My ability to what?
All right.
Was it... Was it healing? No. I'm going to probably edit this part out. Now this is a bit ridiculous. I will say it's a good idea to let these immersive college NPCs go ahead and go on by. In my experience, they can be a bit troublesome. You try to cross the bridge while they are crossing. I do have my subtitles on now, so I am prepared. I don't like having subtitles on generally, but...
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's go through all this again.
A safe...
May I enter?
But what is it you
Yes,
expect to
yes.
find?
Ice and fire.
It would seem that not just any... A small test, if you will.
I'll take your test.
The fear spell has saved the life of many an illusion mage. If you
Oh.
could cast it on the seal here on the ground, that would prove your skill.
I don't know that spell.
No? Or you can try your luck with one of the court... Here you are.
Give me the spell and I'll demonstrate it. I don't know the fear spell because, you know what? I've never used the fear spell, ever. I don't use those types of spells. Is it, there we go, illusion. What illusion have I ever used? I don't know.
The college is an asset disguise. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice.
Thank you.
I'll lead you across
Apprentice?
the... Once you're inside...
Apprentice? Are you mad? Look at me!
Please, follow me.
Very well. Apprentice. The nerve. Can an apprentice do this?
No matter what.
Yeah, how about that? Very well, I'm going to go on ahead. Okay, and now we'll take this part slow as well initially. You know, I used to have another mod that would make this area particularly heavy, and that was Clarelux, because Clarelux would have lamps, sconces hanging from the walls, which looked amazing. But it was a bit heavy performance-wise, and now I have Tamriel Master Lights, or Lighting, which does this, as you see before you here, casting shadows. Where'd it go? Where'd... Usually it casts a shadow right... Oh, there we go. There we can see it. A bit more subtly. It looks really amazing at night.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim.
In Kano's robes, it's the variations, Thalmor robes.
You are a guest of the college.
Modular, which I think has always looked very amazing. I love having it.
Yes, of course.
I am no fan of the Thalmor, but if they're going to be in my game, I at least want them to look good. And he's got his own custom sword as well, from Royal Armory. Okay. My friends, I'm not going to make you sit through the part where I take the tour and all of that. So we will pick up with, we'll pick up at Sarthal, which I think is worth seeing due to the lighting, and we'll watch most of Sarthal together. Okay, well, I appreciate you watching today, and I shall see you next time around.